right, next, what I use, a lot of people use a lot of different types of white erasers. The main thing is you want to use what's called, I use these, are Arteza white erasers. I like being able to kind of get the chisel tip with these. They are latex free, PVC free. I also have this. I don't use this too often. It just doesn't work really well. I'm not sure what's different with this. I can sharpen this. So hold on a second. I'm going to sharpen the tip of this so we can get a nice tip on this. So hold on a second. All right, there we go. So it comes with a sharpener, and now you can see the sharp tip that I have on here. So I have this nice sharp tip already. I'm going to start with the front, and I'm going to hit some of these white areas. So I'm going to work mainly on this area here. And all I'm doing is kind of going in small circles, lightly working that white area. And you see the tip turning darker color, meaning that I am pulling some dirt up. Going along that edge there. Oh yeah, see all that darkness there? So then we can take it with our kind of finger and just remove that so we can have clean. I'm going to hit all these lighter areas with this. And again, this book isn't ever going to be like a 9.8 or anything. We're just working on making it a bit more presentable. You know, if we try to send it in for grading, you know, we might be able to. You can see all that. Look at all that we're pulling up. You know, if you send it for grading, you know, you might be able to. And one thing I like about these two, it's got that brush. So I can kind of brush my area. You know, you might be able to go up a grade, maybe half a grade, just so making it, you know, making your book a bit more presentable. I am not a CGC or CBS grader, so I'm not sure how much they take off for soilage of a book, like a book being dirty. But anyway, you can keep working this as long as you want. Just don't go too deep, don't go too heavy, because you will remove the gloss of the book. Let's see this little problem area that I pointed out earlier. I feel like this will be a good area to kind of show the difference. I maybe should have taken some close-up pictures. Yeah. So that area is now almost completely clean. Yeah, I don't know, I may not wet clean this still. I may show y'all the full. Alright, so of course we're going to be able to get rid of this 75 pretty easily. You know, I like leaving things like that because I think it adds some character to the book. But there it goes. It's gone now. Again, you're just going through them white spaces mainly. And you could spend hours on a book. I usually go over all areas of the book at least once like this. But I'll mainly focus on small circles. But I'll mainly focus on this spine area where that dirt is most notable. So let's work on this a little bit and I'll show you. Little circles. I will teach you how to hypnotize easily. Oh yeah, so you can see around, hopefully y'all can see that. That is now completely clean. Oh, look at that. Amazing. Amazing sauce. Want to be careful. This spine is pretty brittle. Again, it takes practice. I know I'm kind of making this look a little bit easy. I snagged a ton of spines. I actually snagged the edge of my Hulk 181 when I was cleaning it, which scared the shit out of me. $10,000 book. Probably a little stupid of me to think that I was smart enough to even handle a book that expensive. I don't think it counted off that much in the grade with a little bit I snagged. Oh yeah, look at that. And even if I hadn't snagged, I doubt, I don't think that cost it from going from like 8.0 to an 8.5 or anything like that. So, okay. All right, I'm not going to bore y'all with the rest of this. I'll show you the After Effects in just 1 minute. Okay, I'm finishing up the front. I'm hitting some of these white areas and the title just to brighten those up a bit. A couple things I thought about I wanted to state is one of the great things about this brush on the end is doing that. Do not use your hand to go across. Use a rag. Use the little brush on the end because your hand will snag the edges of the book. Get in a habit of never using your hand to wipe your book. A second suggestion is I've heard a couple of people, especially if you do a wet clean and use the VacuClean, heating the book helps clean it. So you can put it in the press around 150 degrees and not long, maybe 30 seconds to a minute to where both sides are a little bit warm. That really helps pull that dirt, loosen it up. You can see the back. I've now gotten all of this nice and clean. That little spot of where something dropped on it actually did come out. I was kind of surprised. I worked on this little spot here. I don't think I'm getting any better without wet cleaning it. I'm not going for perfection. Also, you don't want to over clean a book and remove, whoops, I just did what I said not to do, and remove the gloss from the book, because you can erase right through. And I'm not really ever erasing or putting a lot of pressure. I'm just going across the surface pretty lightly with it. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to humidify the book and put it in the press. So join me in a second. Okay, so we're going to try this angle, see if it works. I've got the press heating up over here. I've got my 3 backing boards, and I have my comm book, and then I also have my sheets of 85-pound paper. I pulled out a couple of fresh sheets for this, and it's kind of tough. Make sure you looks like 1 each. All right, what I like to do is take a ruler. Probably plastic ruler would be better, longer better. This is a metal ruler. Do not use wood. Wood will absorb moisture and then release it and cause staining. So you find the centerfold of your book. I take my ruler, slide it in. All right. And then this is almost heated up. And what I'm going to do is just relax the whole book. You can use a humidity chamber if you want. We discussed that in the wet cleaning part. I use a steamer. Do not fill your steamer up too much. Work the book around the steamer, not the steamer around the book, because you will get condensation and water drips could fall on the book. Got it boiling now. Steam's coming out. So I always kind of work along my spine first. And you can see the paper literally relax, curl up, and that's what you want. There it goes. You want that paper to relax, curl up, get a little heated up with the steam. Again, that's another reason why I don't really use the humidity chamber. And then I go along the edges. I really let that steam get inside. Go to the other side. And be careful, this steam is pretty hot coming out. So, wish I had just a little bit longer ruler. Yeah. As you can see that cover all relaxing. Couple inches, about 3 inches from the book. All right, now this is one area where you don't have to worry about anything dripping because you're doing it from the bottom. So we're getting those pages on the inside kind of steamed up. You can watch them actually folding apart. Not sure if you can see that. And relax that cover back down. Relax that cover back down. All right. That is great. Now, one great thing about using this ruler is I can easily find the centerfold, and I just slide my backing board into there, and that's it. All right, so I usually like beginning with the back, so I'll lay that down using the corner of the paper, tucking it in as tight as you can. Always make sure everything's off of your backing board. I think it'll happen to every person when they learn to press, that they'll inevitably press something into the book. You can pop it out, repress it, but definitely it's scary. Okay. There we go. There's my sandwich. Move that over so my bottom plate is all heated up. I showed that in one of the other videos. I have this stainless steel plate here. Lay that down. Then I take my silicone paper, lay it on top of my backing board, lay it on top. A piece of Teflon. And lay it on top. Now let me stand up. Probably need to adjust this. Yeah, it's too loose. A little bit tighter. Yeah, there we go. That felt good. Okay, so I let this go for about 120 seconds in the press, and then we cut it off and we just let it sit for about a minimum. I usually let mine set is about 6 hours. I never want to do more than what is needed. Risk of maybe damaging the book or something, but yeah, we will let this sit and we will check back later. We're ready to take our book out of the press. Move everything out of the way here. We got our cold press ready to accept the book. Been in here probably about 6 hours. And what we're looking for is a nicer, flatter book. Yeah, so got a good gloss. A lot of the wrinkles and of course is gone from it. Hopefully you can see that. Of course that back looks a lot better, a lot cleaner. Definitely can see the gloss. Yeah. See, it's really flat. You know, overall, it wasn't a great book to begin with. Probably, yeah, I bought it as a fine. I would say maybe it was a 6. I wouldn't be surprised that we get maybe more around a 7 now. So definitely have helped it a lot. You know, it does have that pretty strong, has a little bit of a, you know, overlap here. Not much we can really do about that, of course, with the covers of these ages of books. But yeah, so we're going to put it in the cold press. Leave that there for about another 6-8 hours. Sometimes people talk about, you know, leaving it for a couple of days. You know, I think there's a point of diminishing returns with some of that. I'm not sure a couple of days really adds anything. But with that, we will call that book done. All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed that little journey. I think we did pretty well with the book. Cleaned it up quite a bit. Of course, y'all saw the gloss and the flatness. You know, maybe we'll send it in. Like I said, I doubt we're going to get greater than a 7.0. There's a lot of spine ticks, a lot of wear along the spine. And of course, the top has a lot of that marble chipping. So, but maybe we'll send it in. And if I do, I will show you all the results. But with that, hello, Freeway. We're going to call it a day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell anytime you want to see Freeway or me. And if you like this kind of content, leave me a comment down below. I really appreciate it. But with that, we're going to say peace, love, and comics. Thank you all. Thank you, Freeway. Bye.